style and grace. The Las Vegas Showgirl.
That's a look at Pamela Anderson in her critically acclaimed performance as Shelley in The Last Showgirl.
Now, Pamela is certainly having a moment. As a matter of fact, she's having a lot of them. She's become an award season favorite and joins us now to talk about the film and her shows coming up on both the Home and Flavor networks. The great Pamela Anderson back with us on TMS. Pam, it's good to see you. Good morning.
Thank you. I'm like a hardworking Canadian over here.
Right?
Yes.
All right, well, let's start with, first of all, the film. Congratulations on all of the success. We were lucky enough, our team, to catch up with you on the red carpet just before its world premiere at TIFF. Since then, you've been nominated for a Golden Globe, Screen Actors Guild Award. Just so much going on. How would you summarize or kind of sum up the last 5 months?
Well, it's been a whirlwind, for sure. It's been exciting, though. You know, it was funny. I actually watched... My kids wanted me to watch Barbed Wire again for some reason. Actually, I've never watched it. I was 27 years old when I made that movie, and this is 27 years later I made The Last Showgirl. Time is just flying by, but it's exciting. I mean, I'm looking forward to doing other things, and I couldn't be happier.
You mentioned your kids. Wasn't it your son, Brandon, who actually was super instrumental in getting this script to you? Because didn't you say, okay, I think I'm done with acting?
Well, he produced the documentary, and Gia Coppola tried to find me through an old agent, and that agent turned down the script without me knowing. I was here, you know, on the farm, you know, making pickles and jam and, you know, right into my rose garden. And Brandon said, I think my mom would want to take a look at this. And after Gia contacted him, and I read it, and I just was so blown away. I thought I'd never get a chance to do something like this. I could really hear her voice. It was such an incredible, well-rounded character with a lot of flaws, a lot of things that I could draw from in my own life, you know, reassessing her life choices, the nostalgia of this industry and glamour. And it just struck a chord with me. And I think it has with other people too. So that's what's really exciting. It's exciting to be able to, you know, to see what you're made of too. Like, I've always felt like I had more to give, and so it was really life-changing for me. I'm really honored and grateful I got to do it.
Now, Jamie Lee Curtis has gone on record saying that you were the only reason that she agreed to do this film. Just talk to us, if you could, about her friendship and what her support means to you.
She is just such a champion for women, and I think she's gone through similar battles where she, you know, kind of was pigeonholed as a certain person or woman, and now that she gets to play these really wild, like, characters that she creates herself, I really resonated with that, and she knew that I had that in me too because of all the characters I've created in my lifetime. You know, sometimes they become Halloween costumes, but they were full committed to characters, and I think that's what resonates. So I think she was just really excited to see me get the opportunity to do it again, but do it in a way that wasn't really in my personal life so much, but and be able to express myself this way. So I think she said she didn't see the documentary, she didn't see anything, she just knew that she wanted to support me because she felt a kindred spirit.
It's amazing how time can change everything, and when you check in with someone at a certain point, everything has changed. How would you say your perspective now has changed on your acting career, on what's next for you?
Well, I was always the one sitting at Samuel French reading Tennessee Williams plays, and, you know, Sam Shepard, even when I was shooting Playboy covers. So you really can't judge a person by, you know, it's hard to know what's going on within each of us. We're all fighting these invisible battles and have dreams. And so I was able to apply myself finally. And also I had enough life experience to be able to play this role. I couldn't have played this role if I had any other life. And so it gave me a place to put it. And that's the way it is. It took me, you know, over 20 years to get a script like this. And you just can't give up. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to start over, and it's never too late to pick up where you left off. So I'm really fortunate, and who knows what's next. I mean, I did Naked Gun, that comes out this summer, and I shot another movie, Rosebush Pruning, with a really incredible young ensemble cast of all the hottest young actors. So I'm just really excited to be in the conversation. It's just exciting. And I'm a rebel. Look at me. Like, everyone is wearing all these big makeup looks like that I used to in the 90s, and now I'm not wearing makeup. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. I just feel like I'm making it up as I go along.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that decision, Pamela, to go makeup free, which we have seen on many red carpets? It's a self-acceptance that I think has resonated with so many people, especially after all of the intense media scrutiny that you faced, particularly in the 90s. Tell us a bit about this journey that you've gone through.
It's freedom. It's peeling back the layers and going. It's beauty does come from within, and I know that sounds cliche, but it's not about necessarily your physical appearance, what resonates with people. And so I felt like, I'm just going to try this. I mean, I don't think anyone will even notice. And they did. And I thought, well, if I can go on a red carpet or be on the cover of Glamour, as Woman of the Year without makeup, I thought, geez, I'm I don't know, I'm doing it different. And I like to do things differently. I like to kind of beat the system and don't follow a formula. And that kind of, to be a pioneer is, and not even, I mean, I know this is kind of a superficial choice just to not wear makeup, but it really has helped me try and remember who I was and who I am and what are my original thoughts. And the way I want to present myself to the world is I want to play characters that are vulnerable and misunderstood and bring joy to those people and decisions. And I feel like I'm onto something. I feel like I'm finally challenging myself in a way that I always could have been, but I'm doing it now, so I'm excited and happy about it.
You're definitely onto something, Pamela.
So lucky to be cooking next to these really incredible chefs.
There you go.
Bring really great chefs too.
That's a look at the new series, Pamela's Cooking with Love, on Flavor Network, where Pam invites some of the most sought-after chefs to join her and cook in her Vancouver home.
And we're back now with Pamela Anderson. And Pam, tell us a bit about this new show. It looks like so much fun. What was your favorite part about filming this?
It was so much fun. We retrofitted the barn into this great kitchen and inviting all these incredible chefs. And I always said, no one's going to want to come, you guys. I was talking to my sons who produced this too, and everybody wanted to come. So we've had really incredible chefs, from Nancy Silverton to Gregory Gourdet to David Zilber, the fermentation guy from Noma. I mean, it's been really exciting to learn next to these people, because I've always loved to cook, but I wanted to take it to another level. And I mean, I am a plant-based for a very long time, and I like to, and I wrote a cookbook. These were actually supposed to both come out at the same time, but then Chorus did a revamp of their network and had switched from something to something. But anyway, here we are. It's never too late again.
Exactly. And as you said, we kind of make it up as we go along, which is amazing, and I love. If you could pick any Canadian to feature on the show, who would it be?
Canadian? Oh my gosh, a Canadian chef. I'm sure I had some. Oh my God, I don't even know. Well, my mom's on it. My dad's in it. My kids are on the show. I guess, depending, I don't think we're having, if we do it again, we'd probably just have more chefs. But I mean, there's so many. And I think that it's interesting to see that the basic people are really interested in cooking with just vegetables. And I wanted to make this a celebration of my garden and not as an activist, even though I am an activist and always have thought, buy local, buy, farmers markets, or grow it yourself if you can. And I just feel like it's in fashion. I wanted to do a vegan cooking show a long time ago, and people just said, no, you're crazy. No one's going to want to watch that, which I think everybody is a little bit more curious these days.
Mm-hmm. Also, Pam, I want to talk to you about your beloved late aunt, who, of course, authored A Life of Pickles and Pearls. Great inspiration to you, I know, both in pickling and in life. Talk to us a bit about her and what lessons you learned.
My great Auntie Vi, she just had this joie de vivre. She had this incredible zest for life, and it wasn't about money. It was about there she is, and it's just about a choice. I mean, I would send her Philip Tracy beautiful hats from London, and she would call news crews to come over, and I mean, she just loved it. She was, judging poutine contests, and she was winning pickle awards and mustard awards all over the island, and her ribbons were on her fridge. Very proud. So I'm just carrying the torch for Auntie Vi. But yeah, she had a lot of great life lessons. She was always danced, always just, she probably wouldn't like it that I wasn't wearing makeup, actually. She'd probably put an eye on anything, do something, when you go out like that, put a little effort in.
Yeah. That's so my Nana. My Nana would be like, she does not leave the house without lipstick and pearls. Mm-hmm. You do not apparently do it. It's a generational thing. Oh gosh. Okay.
I love makeup too. So I mean, I know I just don't know what's next. I'm kind of one of those. I don't know. This is kind of like performance art, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, before we run out of time, we also got to talk about your other show, Pamela's Garden of Eden, where you helped your sons renovate their new home. How much fun did you have filming together?
Well, so much fun. I love dragging them into everything because they drag me into so many things. They have so many ideas for me. So it's like, hey, we'll do this, but you guys have to come here and help me, and I'll help you guys with your house. And, these were a couple years ago we did this, and so it's nice that it's finally on air, and it just so happens to be at the time my movie's in theaters too. It's just, when it rains it pours, and you just have to go with it because you never know what's going to happen next. It's so nice that I can do a little bit of everything, and I really don't know where I'm going to land, but I'm doing all the things I love, and I'm very fortunate, and I'm happy people are going to the theaters, buying my cookbook, and I mean, I don't know what happened, but the stars have aligned, and I'm here.
Yeah.
So funny.
They certainly have. Wanted to ask you as well the support of Brandon and Dylan, and what has that meant to you? We were lucky enough to have Brandon on our show a while back here in studio. What has their support over the years meant to you, Pam?
Well, you never realize. I mean, I didn't realize my kids were going to grow up and be such incredible businessmen, entrepreneurs, but also so protective of me, and how they have seen how hard I've worked in my career, and how, it could have gone better if I had stronger people around me, maybe helping me. So they're guiding me. We're all doing it together. It's a family business. I'm a family business, so that's kind of fun. It makes it gives me more inspiration, and they also have their own lives, and I'm just kind of a side project. I'm just a hobby.
Oh, well, what a hobby. What a side project. Well, we are continuing to cheer you on from the sidelines. In the meantime, Pamela's Cooking with Love premieres on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Flavor Network. And, of course, we're going to be rooting for you at the SAGs.
Yes,
go!
go.
Thank you, guys.